Hi Kirby fans, so today we're going to be checking out whether we can get more CFM out of the Kirby G5. So what we'll do is dive straight into it. Don't forget everything used in the video today, there are links in the description below for the best place to get those Kirby products. Make sure you check those out at the end of this video. Hi Kirby fans, welcome back to the channel. So previously we did CFM tests on the G3 and the G4. So I thought it was only fair that we did a G5 and a bit of an upgrade. Now for those of you who aren't aware about the G5, the Kirby G5 was released in 1997 and ran until 1999. And what was unique about the Kirby G5 was its maroon colour. And it's quite a popular colour with Kirby owners. Now one of the major improvements with the G5 was the Lexan fan. Now this was helped to be redesigned by a company that worked for NASA. So Kirby were negotiating to actually use their lab to recreate the best airflow that they could get out of a fan and the strongest fan that they could get. Hence we got the Lexan fan with the Kirby G5. Now the other thing we got the G5, they did carry over that mini emptier, but they did reduce the size of the motor like they did on the late G4s from a 700 watt down to a 635 watt motor. Now what significant difference did this make? One, you can use less power, but did it have a major impact on the CFM? We're going to check that out today. So what we'll do is dive in and start checking this out with different mini emptors as requested by a subscriber recently. So here we've got the standard G5 with the standard mini emptier. Now this was fully refurbished by me and I will put a link to the video at the end of this one. So we're going to be running the standard mini emptier first, a brush roll off, and I'll keep the brush roll off and just keep changing the mini emptiers. So we've got a standard mini emptier from 1997 to 1999. So let's run this for 10 seconds. Right, so that's what it runs on with the standard mini emptier on. You can see the airflow is a little bit lower than what the G3 was, which I will show you at the end of this video. Now we're going to run it with a G6/G7 mini emptier. Now this mini emptier ran from the G6 right up to the early Centuria ones. Okay, so now we've got the mini emptier from the late Centuria ones, which runs straight up to the Avalier 2. So we'll run this for 10 seconds again. Now don't forget, everything used in the video today, there are links in the description below for the best place to get those Kirby products. Make sure you check those out at the end of this video. Right, so changing the mini emptier on your Kirby G5, does it make a considerable difference? Well, let's look at the results. First up, we had a massive power drop from 700 watts down to 635 watts. So Kirby had dropped the power of the motor down on the late G4s and the G5s. We'd got a new Lexan fan, but did it make a difference to the power? With the standard mini emptier, comparing it to a G3 and a G4, and bear in mind I've got a G3 that is 700 watts and I've got a G4 which is 700 watts, so they work roughly the same, apart from the motor was adjusted on the G4 because Kirby were apparently having overheating problems with the G3s. So with the standard mini emptier on the G5, it was running at a CFM of 121.71 CFM, which was still less than what a standard G3 ran at. So it had dropped CFM by reducing the power of that motor. Now when we run it with the G6, G7, early Centuria mini emptier, we had a CFM increase. It went up to 125.95 CFM. Which is an increase of only 4 CFM. So a lot of people out there say if you just change the mini emptier, it doesn't give you that much CFM difference. Well, let's see what happened when we changed it to the late Centuria and Avalier 2 mini emptier. Jumped from 121 CFM to a staggering 142.96, so nearly 143 CFM. So it gained roughly 23 CFM from just upgrading from that standard mini emptier to the Slate Centria / Avalier 2 Mini EMPTOR. The issue I've got with that is you can't get one that matches the colour, so you're probably better off going with the black one if you do this upgrade. There will be a link to it in the description of where to get one of these from, so make sure you check that out if you want to upgrade the airflow of your G5, and you will get roughly 142 CFM from a Kirby G5 that was running at around 121. Those new to the channel, if you find you're getting value out of this content, then contemplate showing your support by slapping that subscribe button. It's absolutely free. Ding that bell for notifications so you don't miss any current episodes. Give us a big thumbs up and comment down below. I will reply to the comment, and if you like what you comment, I'll pin it to the video. So what we'll do is cut to any bloopers, and I'll catch you in the next one.